to the MoxStars podcast. I am Menace, one of your hosts, and I'm here with Rampage.
When you're editing this video, will you start like a little bit before you do the welcome? You took such a big breath there. I thought you were going to scream into the camera.
I got scared for a while.
Please show that off. I need that.
Okay, and I'm here with Annihilator.
I'm tired.
What's up, everybody? This is the MoxStars podcast, the number one podcast on the internet for Magic the Gathering. Dr. Pepper, Don Cheadle.
Oh, yeah.
And what else? Dog Warlock Artworks? You're going to find out today on this episode. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so by finding us on YouTube, where you can like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more notifications. You can also find us on all podcasting platforms. And when I say all, I mean it. They're all of them. We're on them all. Go out there, leave us a 5-star review, make us look super duper cool so new people can find the show. You can also support us on Patreon by becoming an official Pepperhead or a member of the MoxStars fan club. You can have your name turned Dr. Pepper Red or Squirt Green for $3 a month and join the Discord server. Get on there. It is an awesome place to be. Our supporters are Matt Goyne, Definitely Jeremy, Mono Greg, UWP Quirt, Will Rule, Pool Boy Barry, Ryan G, Adam, and Person. Thank you all for your support. And if you'd like to support the show in another way, we have a really cool Etsy store where we have new tokens available. We have our zombie token arriving on the scene finally. It's so friggin' sick. I have full high-res images on the Discord server. You can check them out. And then we also have our food token. So check them out. They're super duper sick. You can see the food token on screen right now. It's kind of like this slimy
pest.
Yeah, slimy roasted pest. Like if you know, like when the pest dies, you gain a life. Well, what if you cooked the pest? It's very fitting for Strixhaven in a lot of ways, unintentionally. And then the zombie token. Quick story with this one. The image of Jim Carrey in Cable Guy is burned into my brain. The nightmare scenario where he's like looking through the peephole and he like sees Jim Carrey like looking back at him with like glowing eyes. That is, if you can see it, that's kind of like the inspiration for it. It turned out awesome. So Death Milk Designs deserves all the praise. We worked together on these, but you know, he really put these together and made them really shine. So check them out. You can get them on Etsy. And if you are a Pepperhead, reach out to me on the Discord server to receive your discount code. You get 25% off your full order. All right. We're getting into it today. Before we talk about Defacing Duskmage, which is going to be our primary topic, obviously, we're talking about this really cool new deck that we found called Gruul Big Creatures. And it's a partner deck with Gilanra, I'm pronouncing that right, I hope, Caller of Wirewood, and Elena Kessig Trapper. So they're both mana dorks. Gilanra is a 3 mana, so 2 and a green elf druid. Kind of looks like they could be a tree folk or something. The artwork is misleading.
It's a Caller of the Wirewood. It's calling you to the Wirewood.
Sure.
So it's all wiry and woody.
Yes. But it taps for green mana. When you spend this mana to cast a spell with converted mana cost 6 or greater, draw a card. And it has partner. So on its face, it doesn't seem that good, but it does draw you a card. And then Elena Kessig Trapper is a 4/3 first strike that says you can tap it to add an amount of red mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control that entered the battlefield this turn. I've seen this in cEDH builds before. Like they use it, they choose it as one of their partners. Like where they would otherwise have something else that's red. They're like, hey, what if it had an upside? You know. So I've seen it in a few builds that actually are really good. So I've seen Elena provide value in the past, but the deck is just loaded. The lowest mana value creature in the whole deck outside the command zone.
By that.
It's 5 mana. It's absolutely insane.
This is a really silly deck. I think we should focus on the fact that this is a silly deck and it does a silly thing, but it seems to do that silly thing pretty well. I like the silly thing that it does, but if you scroll all the way up on that mana value and scroll all the way down to 5, you'll notice a theme in the strength, in the average power of these creatures, with few notable exceptions.
Yeah, like the Disciple of Freyalise is there. That's okay. It's a 6 mana 3/3. That's all right. The effect is bonkers. You can sacrifice one of these chonky butts to draw some cards and gain some life. That's awesome. But one thing I will note is that every little draft deck I make, I always focus on getting these like seismic Monstrosaurs, like the land cycling cards, because it allows me to reduce my land count so I can cycle them away. And then this is their version of like fixing. Yep. So like the whole deck is like Topiary Panther, Seismic Monstrosaur.
Yep.
All of those cards that you can do like land cycling, basic land cycling, stuff like that. But there is a soul card here.
Yes.
There's exclusively one.
And it's not too hard to discern which it is once you look at that list, like I said, with the powers. We are, of course.
There's one big one.
We are, of course.
There's one monstrous soul card.
Where is it?
It's monstrous. You can't miss it.
Let me see. I squint here on the screen. Oh yeah, Monstrous Vortex.
Monstrous Vortex, I think we've talked about once already as being underutilized.
Yes. So this has been a soul card I've been looking to use. I really want to build a deck around this. And this, it looks like someone has cracked this. So it just begged, like that's the thing. Monstrous Vortex is just begging to be broken. It reads like it's broken. It just has a weird angle to break. It's 4 mana, 3 and a green enchantment. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, discover X, where X is that spell's mana value. Note that it doesn't care about where you cast it from. So you can cast it from exile. You don't have to cast it from your hand. Where like Cascade, on the other hand, it has to be cast, or no, you can Cascade down, right? You can Cascade into Cascade, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
But this one doesn't care about where it's cast from. So 5 or greater, discover X, or X is its mana value. So you're going to maybe cast something with 7. Okay, well then look at the high density of cards that cost 7 mana. You can go a 7 into a 7 into a 7 if you're lucky enough. You go 7, down to 6. Now let's look how many 6 drops there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And a lot of them
8,
have
9.
much higher CMCs than they do power. Like, even though they have a really high power, these are all like pretty square creatures, right? And so you're typically always hitting another pretty impactful or equally impactful creature, pound for pound. 41?
41 6 drops. So if you were to have Monstrous Vortex out and cast a 7 drop, even a 6 drop,
best possible run, you are getting
40 creatures. Yes. So that's our fun deck of the day. Really excited to have this one come across the table. All right. Last week, we promised you guys Strixhaven.
Yes.
We're diving in.
We are.
All right.
We're diving into the deep end.
It is a deep pool of cards. But Rampage here has compiled many subjects for us to discuss. So let's dive in. Let's see what we got here. I'm stoked.
I do want to lead off. We are the MoxStars of Strixhaven. We're gonna dive in. We're gonna talk about Strixhaven stuff. What we're not gonna do. All right. We don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk about the reserve list. Okay,
no.
They got them on there. Okay, totally fine. The Elder Dragons released in this set, very good. Should you cheat them out? Congratulations, you won the game. They're broken. Great. Consider that box checked. It's covered. The charms, we already covered that. They're fun. They're new. They're exciting.
They do different things than other stuff.
Yep. Yes.
So we're going to focus on the core, the meat, the substance of Strixhaven.
Yes.
That's what we want to talk about today.
Yeah. So we're diving in right away. There's obviously this really new mechanic that's, we're still grasping. It's the prepared mechanic. I think that's a good place to start because there's such a high density of cards that are being printed into the set that have this mechanic attached to them. So the two that are brought up, we have three that are brought up as examples here. We have Abigail, Poet Laureate, and then we have Vassalin Scavenger, and we also have Grave Researcher. Mm-hmm. And there's also a Wayfarer's Bearable. Have you guys seen that as well?
No.
The 1 mana bear that enters prepared, and then it has rampant growth on it. So it's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah, that one's good.
Yeah. I think it'll probably see play in standard at some point, but we don't know how these cards are going to necessarily break standard, break commander, because like adventures are it's a sorcery or an enchantment, and or sorcery and a creature or an instant or a creature or whatever. There's different elements to that. They affect the game in a different way than this affects the game, because you are like, these creatures will be on the battlefield prepared, and then once they're prepared, you can cast the spell. So you're going to get instants and sorcery cast triggers where you otherwise wouldn't have before. So I think the big thing that, to me, this, like all the Magecraft triggers, like we have Opus as another mechanic that whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you get the trigger. This triggers that. It's like the modality here kind of like scratches the brain in a different way than ever before. So there's all these gaps to shoot that we don't quite understand, and a lot of people will figure out how to break them and open up the creative possibilities here.
The adventures.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I thought with the lore, the Strixhaven, we'll get into it later, like the mystical archive bit, and the early preview cards we got, I thought all of the prepared spells would be old. I thought they would be, in lore, right? They're studied, they're from Magic's past, like we get this insight into all these. They don't have to be necessarily strong or powerful, but when I read through Abigail and the Vassalin Scavenger, I thought, I don't think I've ever heard of Heroic Stanza before, or I don't think I've heard of a spell called Bind to Life. So I did some Googling, and they're unique spells. They don't exist. So while I am excited to see like what these cards do, I think any deck that can like flicker stuff and the ones that enter prepared are going to be pretty strong. But like, what a flavor fail.
Yes, I was just going to. Yes. Okay. So you're absolutely right. Yeah. Because like, I agree completely. They should have all been spells that already existed in some, because you're learning like things that have already been created. Like, so.
Well, I'm here to teach. I just want to say something. Vassalin Scavenger. We're going to get prepared real quick. I just want you to look at this card.
Yes.
Look at this card.
We're looking at it.
Okay. That's 5 mana. It's an instant. That's an instant
wow.
on a creature that puts a card from your yard. Then if you mill Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn, with this card, you can put it into play from the graveyard.
Yes. Yeah.
I just want you guys to know.
Write that down.
That this puts it into your graveyard, and then you shuffle your graveyard into your library.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not endorsing this. I'm not suggesting this. I'm not suggesting that we do this. I am saying it would be funny as hell if you were sitting down at a Modern tournament and you played green nothing spells, and then you played this, and then out of fucking nowhere, boom.
I would be curious. I'm not sure if the one question I guess I haven't answered yet about these prepared things is, do they count towards devotion?
No.
They don't.
They are not permanents.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
No,
this is on the battlefield. And there's a green pip on.
That is not a permanent.
I know.
That is but seriously, that is one of the weirder rulings about these.
Yeah.
When I was thinking about the Emrakul thing the other day, I was
like mono green devotion right here. Like, this would be great.
Well, some of them have a lot of hybrid pips in them too, which is like, that's it. It's yeah, but I'm just saying they have them in the cost. They have like double hybrid pips. So like for devotion, that is crazy. But it's they aren't permanents. It's so weird. So I think they are worse than adventures.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? Like
better than omens, worse than adventures.
Better than omens. Well, the effects are really strong. The omen effects were very balanced. This is really, really. These are all really powerful effects. Some like legacy powerful, banned in legacy powerful effects.
Sure.
But still, even the most like kind of mundane adventure cards like Bone Crusher Giant are really good.
Yeah. I mean, that one ran the format for a while.
It's still played.
Yeah,
Pioneer. It's still
played
as
in
a
Commander.
sideboard card. It's still playing Commander.
You can't prevent the damage if you just run off that one spell. So it opens up like this whole
right. But then having a 4/3 with a upside for 3 on the side. These you get the creature up front, and I mean, if it sticks. If you get to prepare one of these more than once, you are winning that game in value for sure. Like if they haven't reacted to one of these that enters prepared and you get to fire off like in reanimate or an ancestral recall, your table loves you and they want you to win that game.
This is
here's this game.
Yeah. This is a Swayze card, Vassal Scavenger. This is if you haven't watched Swayze on Arena, he makes these weird big boomy plays like this where
weird combos that work.
He's very unconventional. So like Airbender's Ascension will be his favorite friend with this because he'll just continue to flicker it and then hold the mana to be able to cast Bind to Life over and over again. So I think you could realistically see a Selesnya control shell out of Vassal Scavenger. It was strange,
but Grave Researcher.
Yes. So the big one, I think that while we could talk about the Emeriti, if that's how you say that in plural,
sure,
plural nature of emeritus.
Me no good with words.
Yeah, English hard, but Grave Researcher, I think, is the one to talk about. That this card is the prepared card for the set. It is 2 and a black for a Troll Warlock that says at the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. Then if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, this creature becomes prepared. Wow. Congratulations. Every turn, if you have built your deck correctly, this card is prepared. So, and it has Reanimate on it for 1 black mana at sorcery speed. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. A graveyard. You can also reanimate from your opponent's graveyard. You lose life equal to that card's mana value. So even if, let's say, you surveilled, you got, like, this creature is prepared, and there are only 3 creature cards in your graveyard, and you reanimated one of them, well, next turn, you're not going to be able to prepare this card. Well, hey, shucks, you've got a creature. I'll take that one. And that way I can prepare myself again next turn. I think it's great. I think this is a really powerful card. It doesn't have an ETB trigger, so it doesn't do a lot on entry, which is kind of not great.
It's a 3/3 for 3, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you get an upside.
I know. This is constructed playable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is constructed playable.
Valkavoth would like to speak to you.
Yeah. I don't think this is, unless it gets to do it like 3 or 4 times, I don't think this is Commander playable.
So the thing is I love when cards look gross, but they're fair.
Yeah.
And this looks gross, and it does a really gross thing, but you can't argue it's an unfair card. It's not. It's a fair ass card.
Constructed, you reanimate something big. Well, congratulations, you just lost 7 life.
It's a 3/3 for 3. You have to take a turn. You get a surveil. It's got to stick out. I mean, you can play it on turn 4. You can you can't. You have to wait. It has to prepare on your next turn. Yep. It's fair. It's just fair. And
really fair card.
And the things that come out of it will not feel fair.
Yeah.
But those are great cards. Wizards R&D, a little kiss on the cheek for this one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
2 kisses on the cheek.
Yes. Now,
Valgavoth would like to speak to you.
the Emeritus are good. There is a demonic tutor on Emeritus of Woe, which, if you're paying attention to Leonard Williams on Instagram, he got to reveal that one today. So congratulations, Leonard Williams, on your first card. So prepared creatures, leave your comment down in the YouTube comments down below on what you think the best prepared creature is. This does seem like they've tried to fix everything that from the original Strixhaven. So like we don't get a broken archaic, and then we get these prepared spells which feel very well balanced.
Except for the blue one.
What, Ancestral Recall?
Yeah.
We'll see. I think it's Ward 2. Ward 2 is good.
Anyway,
let's talk about these colorless lands and their stupid activation costs.
Sure. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this. I just noticed this. This has been around forever, and I don't care. I just think like Wizards R&D, what are we doing? So if we look at the Spectacle Summit, right? It's a land, it enters tap, it taps for Prismarian colors, and it has an activated ability. That activated ability is 2 blue and a red to surveil 1. Fine. It's a tap land.
Your passion here is off the charts.
The 2 mana. Oh, and it's passionate about something really stupid. The 2 mana, the bubble around it is a gray bubble. Why the heck is it the same shade of gray on the colorless land? Like, you can't even tell there's a bubble around it.
This is good content.
Wow.
I'm so on board with this.
Yeah.
I want you to know that we are staying on this for a second, and I have multiple examples. I'd like to pull up for the audience Tectonic Edge. There is a Tectonic Edge that I remember had a darker blue too, or like a darker gray or a lighter gray. Let me see. They changed it.
It's slightly
very subtle, but that's a different gray. That is a different gray. And if you look at
the older ones,
more pronounced.
The older ones, it's more pronounced.
Yes. There's Cold Snap lands. What is it? The Scrying Sheets.
My God.
Here we go. Scrying Sheets. That is distinctly a different gray.
Yes, it is distinctly. Yes.
Please. Scrying Sheets.
And maybe it's because I thought like they got me, right? Like I saw
Brandon,
this originally and I'm like, oh, cool. They just started writing 3 on the card. They just started writing 2 instead of putting it in a colorless bubble. I got all excited, and then no, it's just the same color. It's so stupid. Stupid.
I hear you. I want you to look at the Scrying Sheets one for me.
It's.
Can you see this, Brandon?
Yeah, he can't see my screen right now.
Okay, can you pull it up, please?
Yep.
From Cold Snap.
Annihilator is making the point right now.
Cold Snap.
Look at this. Look at this. Do you see the one?
It's darker. They even did a different shade on the secret layer.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna get. I want him to see the first one first.
Look at that.
Do you see this?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? They used to use a darker gray.
Hey, print quality has gone down noticeably.
This is distinctly a fully different color.
They don't want to risk it. They don't want to risk the shades being...
How long did it last like this? I'm looking at Mutavault for morning.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, you do your research.
It's a different color.
We're coming back to this.
Why did they do this?
Yeah.
Also note that Spectacle Summit, the blue, is also very nearly the same.
That is a distinctly different color.
It is.
as well.
Yes, it is. It is. Mutavault is also distinctly different.
Okay, I'm taking back both kisses on the cheeks I gave to Wizards R&D. This is equally offensive as I was excited for Grave Researcher. They're equal emotions of different polarities, and I'd like to completely wash them out right now. I am now back to my neutrally, slightly negative view on Wizards R&D.
Okay, let's shift gears to a more positive look at Wizards R&D.
Let's see.
With each Strixhaven set, we've gotten this really great set of bonus sheet cards called the Mystical Archives.
Yeah.
And I think we can all agree that the Mystical Archives from Secrets of Strixhaven are some of the most beautiful artworks that we've ever seen in Magic the Gathering. Now, one thing I want to point to
I mean,
is the influence that Dominic Meyer has had on every single Magic the Gathering artist except for the ones that are like legends. Like Dan Frazier is not mimicking him, but like, so this sleight of hand right here.
Yeah.
Right. This is Dominic Meyer. Look at that artwork, right? Now, and Dominic Meyer notably also became like more famous with the launch of Strixhaven initially. This is when he really kind of like started coming up. But look at Angel's Grace right here. That's not Dominic Meyer. Look at this right here. This is not Dominic Meyer. I will say that his distinct style is recognizable across the game now. That everyone definitely has respect for his game.
Yes.
So much so that this crop rotation that is by Paul Adam looks like a Dominic Meyer card. Like, hey, there's like, it might just be that maybe this is the art direction for Mystical Archives, but I would say that the Mystical Archives art direction is just now synonymous with Dominic Meyer. So,
wow, I'm looking at all of his art now.
Yeah, his influence has been
They've been
greater.
using him for a lot of borderless cards.
Yes,
like
he's
every
had a lot
like
of influence.
ooh, wow, yeah.
He's getting a lot of work. So yeah,
oh, he did those Elish Norns and stuff.
So we get a lot of really cool stuff here with the Mystical Archives. Moving on from Dominic Meyer.
Sorry, I'm like locked in on this shit now. I didn't.
He's beautiful. He does great work.
I've never appreciated. You know, shout out Dominic Meyer.
But we're getting some really great reprints here, like for the first time in forever, ad nauseum. So for all you cEDH faithfuls out there listening here to the MoxStars podcast, your ad nauseum recognition, you better up your memory because there are now 2 new artworks. You know, most of the time, here's the thing. We've said it in the past too with how many different artworks there are for the same cards. Is if you see a secret layer and it's like a reskin, like a different name, but it's like Ristic Study. Like Stay With Me. Stay With Me from the Final Fantasy set is a Ristic Study. Mm-hmm. But if you aren't knowledgeable of the artwork or the fact that that set even exists, you might not counter that spell because you don't know what Stay With Me does, but you do know what Ristic Study does. You're going to see these ad nauseums and be like, what does that say? What? This Japanese one is crazy beautiful, though.
It's there. The whole Japanese sheet is ridiculous.
These are going to be.
I don't know if you guys have seen the foiling either, but like the raised gold foil is ridiculous. They put their whole R and D into this bonus sheet.
How do we want to continue discussing this? Because instead of like, wait, we're gushing.
Yeah, we need to stop.
We're gushing.
We're bouncing on it. We don't need to be doing this.
No, we just need to grind on it slowly. We don't need to bounce on it.
We're doing tricks. This is not. Can we move on? I'm done. I'm calling it cuts on this.
Yeah.
I can't be happy about things for too long because it hurts. Can we move to evolve kinda?
Sure. The Mystical Archives coming to Strixhaven, Secrets of Strixhaven packs near you very, very soon. A lot of really great value here. So
I mean,
go out. They can come in play boosters. I don't think the Japanese ones can come in play boosters though. I think those are exclusively collector's booster packs.
Really? Oh man, it's going to be so annoying.
So there are weird things going on, obviously, as always with these bonus sheet cards. But we also have special guest cards, which we'll talk about at a different time. But this is one of the really good things that Wizards of the Coast does when, like with the bonus sheet, like the Enchanting Tales or whatever it was from Wilds of Eldraine, and now every set sort of gets one of these.
I've been so happy with all the special guest arts too. There I am bouncing on it again.
Stop it.
I'm done. I can't. I have too many good things to say. It's crazy. The best Magic cards are the ones that were already made. Always.
Well, we'll see. Because we're moving on to Evolve. Kinda. There's a new mechanic here in Strixhaven called Increment. Whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana you spent is greater than this creature's power or toughness, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So, yes, Evolve was the same line of text, except it was whenever a creature entered If it had greater power or greater toughness, then you could evolve. So this is
a little better.
It's wider.
Yep, this is better.
Yep.
And also Turtle Wizard.
Yeah, this is a Turtle Wizard. Yeah,
I like it.
This is 1 green mana for an ambitious augmenter. When this creature dies, if it had 1 or more counters on it, create a 0/0 blue fractal creature to green and blue fractal creature token. Then you get to move the counters to that fractal. So this increment stuff's pretty neat. It's wider than Evolve. I think that it has legs and ways. I'm curious to see how it's gonna thrive in Limited.
This is a nuts one.
These are the cards you want to draft in Limited. Like if you're out at the pre-release or you're out drafting, these are gonna get so big so quickly. If you are casting increment spell, if you cast the turtle and then the next thing you cast is the Pensive Professor, turtle gets bigger, and then the next spell you cast is probably larger than 0. So the Professor gets counters. If it's 2 mana or 3 mana, then your ambitious augmenter gets bigger as well. So it's a snowballing effect that is going to be very, very powerful. Quandrix is going to be incredibly hard to deal with when it comes to Limited.
Quandrix is nasty.
Yeah. And then we have a new frog druid that cares about fractals. Annihilator, do you want to take this one away?
I love frogs. I love turtles. I'm pretty stoked on both of these things.
I like turtles.
I do. But the thing is this frog looks like he's thinking a little too deeply, which I like to think frogs don't do. Other than that, this is a great card. Increment. This has one of those effects where it's like the first line is like, oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. And then the second line, I'm thinking of like V.V. Ortner, where like, I'm not saying this is V.V. Ortner good at all. It's not. But, whenever 1 or more counters are put on this, add 1 mana of any color, there's a few cards that with a reduced rate, you can just pay to put a counter on a creature. And if you training grounds those, you can just infinitely grow this thing and make a ton of mana. Yeah,
it would...
it
would net even.
Yeah, it'd never be positive, but like, for food chain effects or for, if you have Intruder Alarm and you pay X into this, I mean, just talk about this card. It's a 1/4, so it's going to it has increment. It's pretty easy to get a counter on it because most things are bigger than 1.
Yep.
Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Berta, add 1 mana of any color. It's a very, very, very strong effect. That makes all of your big splashy creatures cost less effectively if you're chaining them in a turn, right? And we know that effects like that are very, very strong. I'm thinking back to Outlaws of Thunder Junction, the 4/3 that when it enters adds a green mana.
Yeah.
That thing got a ton of play.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was very good. It was played in combo decks. This is legendary, so you can't really have a couple of these effects out at the same time.
I wish it held the mana through phases.
If it held the mana through phases, this would be the new Crufix.
Not through like turns, but like until the end of your turn, you don't lose it. Yeah,
it would be really, really strong if it did that. Because then it would be really strong if it was 3 mana. I don't know if it has to be 4.
Yeah, I think it would be far more playable. This is, unfortunately, I don't know if this will see playing constructed. I do think this is going to be a
fun commander.
Build around commander. That'll be fun.
Varel, there's a lot of things you can do with this that are fun because
it combos. It can combo and win the game.
Yeah,
the turn it comes out, or not the following turn after it loses sickness.
Intruder Alarm is great with this card. You can make 0/0s, which is a notable effect that is very strange. You do not have to pay anything into X. You can just make a 0/0 token, and if you have Intruder Alarm, that's infinite untaps, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. In the past, Wizards of the Coast has made it so that you cannot pay 0 into X abilities. Like with Marith Will of the Wild, as X, remove X counters, and then X can't be 0, because then you could just target things infinitely by just paying 0. Or by doing nothing, essentially. Now, this one's crazy because even generally when they have an X tap, they always protect themselves from these like weird combos. Because if you have Mana Dork, Intruder Alarm, and this creature, It's infinite mana.
Yes.
Then you get to create one super mega. Oh, and then you get to create infinite mega fractals.
No, you win.
So, like, there's a lot to be done here, and it's very dangerous because these are colors that you're going to have dorks. Like, it's very easy to like bring dorks into this. So, this would be a fun build around commander that
I'm considering.
Yeah, why not?
I like my frogs. I've been looking for a more casual deck. So why not another frog that can win the game?
Yeah, why not a casual deck that wins explosively?
That's kind of my vibe.
Speaking of decks that win casually, we've had a few mentions here of fractals. Menace, I'm aware of historically the existence of a Fractal Laxa deck.
You know, this one is actually this is one of my pets way back in the day. All right, so Fractal Laxa, just so happen to have the deck list prepared because I figured we'd be talking about fractals in some sort of way. But everyone's got their Atraxa deck, and here's the thing: that Atraxa deck is not like the other Atraxa decks. I swear to God, it's not. It's not like that. Okay. So I made Fractal Laxa because at the beginning of your end step, you get to proliferate. So I was thinking, oh, well, that'll be cute. I'll create 0/0 fractals with counters on them. And so Kasmina Enigma Sage, which is like a card that never sees play from the original Strixhaven, has -X, create a fractal with X counters on it. And then I just kind of boosted with a few other planeswalkers that work well with Atraxa. And then Dika, Fractal Theorist, comes into play. You get all these really cool fractal effects. Well, built the deck. Now the deck gets an upgrade because now I can go through and put even more fractal junk in there. But I built this deck, and the worst part about building this deck, which is why I'm very proxy friendly, is because I spent the money to build this. Like, I spent probably $900 to like build this deck because I was so excited about how stupid it was. And then I took it to LGS 3 weeks in a row, and everyone groaned that it was Atraxa. And then I never even got to do it once because I never even got to proliferate with Atraxa. 3 weeks playing this deck. So I took it apart and I sold the cards and had a net loss of probably about $500. So sick, super awesome. Ugh. Now I'm going to proxy this. So I'm excited. Yeah. New fractal stuff is cool. Now in the past, we've seen red, blue, obviously be the primary spell slinging decks that exist in Magic the Gathering. But what if Lorehold took over and became the dominant spell slinging faction? We have Aziza, Mage Tower Captain, which is 2 mana. This card's kind of crazy, actually. So for 2 mana, red and a white, you get a Djinn Sorcerer that says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may tap 3 untapped creatures you control. If you do copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. Cool, huh?
This is so strong at 2 mana.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on something like this immediately?
Just the only thing that came to my mind was that there was a card in Dominaria that I think was an uncommon legend that was in Azorius, and it said that whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you can tap 2 creatures to draw a card. Mm-hmm. And that thing, if you had it out in limited, you won.
Oh, you're drawing cards all the time.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
And you just kind of played little weenie stuff. This is really nuts because it's in Boros. It's 2 mana.
It's in It's in Lorehold. It's in Lorehold.
Okay, it's in Lorehold. And it's
very different.
And it's only 2 mana. It's in the command zone. All of the best token generating instants and sorceries, hop to it.
I was just going to
hop to it.
Ronin's Technique from TMNT.
Yeah, what's the one that is the Hordling Outburst? Empty the Warrens.
Oh, Song of Totentons.
Yeah. Empty the Warrens.
Yeah.
Song of Totentons. Like all of these insane token generator spells. The Martyr, the spell that destroys all creatures and then makes X soldiers.
Yeah.
You
like a Nimpakal you can put in this to like generate even more bodies.
And then you could, oh my God, the flip card, the white 7 mana entreat the Angels, which is crazy,
and copy it.
And also entreat the Angels is a miracle card.
Yeah. There's that. I mean, yeah,
that seems really strong.
There's a lot of really cool junk I think you can do with it. Rampage, are you brainstorming? Are you building this as we speak?
Well, I'm thinking from like historically, I'm using the term Boros intentionally. Boros is the weenie makers.
Yeah, it is.
So when we go to Strixhaven and we're introduced to the Lorehold, they kind of took a different take on this color pairing. They want you like casting spells from your graveyard. There's a lot of cards in this set that like boost that strategy. So when you can combine that with the existing Boros cards that make dudes and just go crazy with all your instants and sorcery spells, there's infinite things I think you can do with this. A lot of directions, or if you're talking commander, just supplemental things like jamming this into any deck where mana is such an issue but making little creatures isn't. Then the opportunity to double your spells at the cost of some taption. What a great include for the low cost of 2 mana. Double all your spells, 2 mana. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, even just getting another Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah, Ocelot Pride seems like a slam dunk in this kind of deck too. You know, like
incredible. Yeah.
There's a lot of high power stuff you can jam into this.
The ceiling for this is nuts.
Yeah.
The ceiling for this is nuts.
It's really high.
There's so many insane X spells in white and red, and they all make tokens.
Yeah, I will say the Lorehold shout is real here. Even Lorehold the Dragon with the Miracle is really powerful. It's really strong.
Incredibly powerful.
And you like this in that even, or if you put that dragon in this, whatever you want to do, either way. Yeah. I think the flavor that they've packed into Lorehold, this is where we can bounce on it a little bit. Is like, yeah, they're paleontologists, they're archaeologists, they're and the flavor here is just amazing. So I'm really excited for that. All right. The new paradigm cards. All right. We're going to glance over these. We're going to go over these real quick. If you've ever known what Epic is an old mechanic from Champions of Kamigawa that says, for the rest of the game, you can't play spells. At the beginning of each of your upkeeps, copy this spell except for its epic ability. So for 7 mana, Enduring Ideal says you can search your library for an enchantment card and put it into play, then shuffle your library. In Commander, these see no play. These are dead. They kill your game almost entirely. But now we have these new symposiums, dissertations, lessons at Mythic. Like Decorum Dissertation is 3 and 2 black for a sorcery that says target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. And it has Paradigm. Then exile this spell. After you first resolve a spell with this name, you may cast a copy of it from exile without paying its mana cost at the beginning of each of your first main phases. So this is the crazy part. You cannot stack multiple Decorum Dissertations. Like if you're in Constructed, you can cast one, it exiles itself, and it like embeds itself. And then with that wording, it says that even if you were to cast a second one, you do not get to paradigm the second one. The first one has already been embedded. So it's a really cool mechanic. They protected themselves with that. I think that's a great way to balance this. It's also a great way to allow you to continue playing the game in Commander and allow you to continue interacting with the game in a meaningful way while providing you with an effect that isn't overwhelmingly powerful.
I think the real cool thing they did here is by making it what you're saying, something you can play through.
Yeah.
I think the problem with Epic, right, is that like they were expecting you to basically win the game with that strategy, and that was kind of the deck building challenge. But they also made them prohibitively expensive mana-wise.
Yes.
These are all like 4, 5, 6 mana. That is like what's the big card that we've been talking about for a few minutes here?
Mirror Form,
right? Like that's 6 mana, but we've been hitting it. And when we hit it, we tend to win in a big, flashy, cool way.
Yep.
But you get to play. You have to play through Mirror Form. You can't just like play it and then be like, and I win. You have to play it and then play through, and it makes your board really interesting.
Yeah.
This is one of those kinds of things where you hit this, the whole table's gonna be like, oh shit, pass priority.
That's our PG-13. You can't say that again.
Oh snap!
There we go.
That's our friggin'. That's oh heck.
Oh, he's struggling now.
Oh heck. Oh darn. Tootin'. That's gonna just keep happening.
Yeah.
And then the other guy slaps his knee and says, "Oh, snap,
crackle pop."
But no. So the thing is if people pass priority on these, which a lot of them are like not too insulting for the mana cost initially, that like you would counter them. Like no one's really countering Echo Casting Symposium. The other thing is like it says target player. Now, Germination Practicum is kind of a new one. I think this one is probably the strongest, especially at the mana value.
Yeah, this is a green one. It's 5 mana, and it says put 2+1/+1 counters on each creature you control. So
every turn.
turn.
If this resolves on a second turn, that your table has allowed you to win the game. That's crazy.
Right. One thing I will note about this paradigm mechanic in general is that this is also an aspect of the game, and I think that the way you phrased it last week, Rampage, was there are so many knobs to turn in the game, right? So many knobs to turn to create this like perfect symposium, right? To adjust the volume levels on certain elements of your game. To maximize it in your own way. The paradigm mechanic says that you exile the spell, and then you may cast a copy of it from exile without paying its mana cost at the beginning of your first main phases. So any effect that gives you a benefit for casting a spell from anywhere other than your hand, these are going to give you a trigger every single turn. So that is another element of these that I think can be abused, and we just have to find that way on how to do that. The problem initially in Commander that I see is that it's just going to get Dranithed. Like these are just going to get Dranithed away.
In cEDH, that is a big risk to these. I think in a more casual game, especially in like a high 3 bracket, if you get one of these to resolve, it will just functionally change the rest of the game, much like an emblem does.
I think it's fair.
That part is really cool. Like the fact that it becomes basically an emblem, a personal emblem. That is really a fun effect. And they can counter, like they can waste a counter spell on the spell that you don't even have to pay for anymore every turn.
Yeah.
Like there will be later turns where like maybe Restoration Seminar doesn't do anything this turn. That's one thing that you can do too, is you draw these and you it's not really the best time to cast them. You can just cast it. And then wait, and then every turn at some point it'll be relevant, right? And you'll just keep making that value. Improvisation Capstone like always hits something.
Yeah, these trigger Opus as well. They trigger Magecraft.
Impractical Joke, dude. Impractical Joke is crazy.
There's just so much. There's so many benefits to these spells that I think creates a really high ceiling for them. I will say that if you do in a high bracket 3, if you choose to be that guy who has Dranith as one of your 3 game changers in bracket 3, I think you deserve to be Dranith if you resolve one of these. Like, because you are going to, if the game continues to go on, you are going to be generating so much more advantage over your opponents than anybody else. So. That's how strong I think they are. Just the odds of resolving one is kind of, going to be difficult. So, all right. The now that we're nearly a fully hour in, let's talk about the main topic of the MoxStars podcast this week. Defacing Duskmage is probably the greatest card ever printed. And when we talked about Flashback being the best card in the set, we misspoke. This is it. For a white and a black.
I just think it's so nice of them to let Elon Musk design a Magic. I think it was really nice of him. I think, obviously like his condition's getting worse. And I think that what we're doing, like, and just like this kind of Make-A-Wish thing where we're like, listen, obviously you're spiraling. You're not doing well. We see you. Like, we hear you. No one gives a shit. Nobody gives a darn.
Dang it. PG-13 rating is ruined.
Just do like the big like
Bleep.
beep.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, no, shout out Elon Musk for making the art on this card. Doge to the moon. This is a great card. I would actually buy Doge now because obviously it's going to spike now that we have this really iconic rare card that is coming out that everyone is going to be playing because the art is awesome. Can you imagine if this card was actually effing good and then like people
You had to see it?
Yeah, people had to play it. Like, imagine if this was like a card that was like we really need to play this card. Like if it was like a sky cloud apparition or something, like a card that was like kind of unique and like really efficiently costed, and so everybody kind of played it, but it was never too expensive, and you just always had to look at this guy. Can you imagine? I mean, people would start altering the card. They would start drawing on it. Who's the person we need to bully for this? Deneen Wilkerson.
Oh, goodness.
Deneen Wilkerson.
Are you doxing Deneen Wilkerson right now?
Right now.
Okay. Well,
Deneen Wilkerson, I hate to say it. What are you doing? What are you doing?
This is a 2/2 death.
You've only done so many cards.
Oh, goodness.
You did Fortress Kingguard. That was okay. Wait, hold on a second.
There's another
Oh
dog.
my God! A second Doge has hit the tower, Mr. President. We have Fortress Kingguard. Why? Wait, no. Just go to her profile. This dog just keeps showing up.
I don't know how to search artists on this thing.
Why is she doing this? Is this her dog?
That's the one that was my theory.
Stop.
There's so many.
You've only done. Oh my God. Oh,
There's another
my God,
dog.
there's a third.
She's got a dog. Traveling botanist also. Oh my God.
Who?
You can't keep getting away with it.
Yes.
Wilkerson, I swear to God.
Oh, good God.
Wait, these are all 2-mana, 2/3 dogs. Or 2-mana, 1/2 dogs. She has a
There's
2-mana,
a lot
1/2 dog. She has a 2-mana, 2/2 dog. And she has a 2-mana, 2/3 dog. And it's the same.
Is this 2-mana, 2/4 a dog?
There's no dog in
okay.
this one.
Sorry.
It's a like arena card.
Dang.
Okay, Deneen Wilkerson, for real though, girl, come on. What are we doing? Stop. They have the same feet in all of these. Are you telling me this isn't AI? What is this?
This is okay. So what I likened this to when we were looking at this, what's the name of this? The Duskmage, Defacing Duskmage, right? Is this is like one of those like services you submit your like dog's face to or your cat's
this
face.
Is horrible.
And then they do like a oil painting of them in like a
that.
French general's. Like, and you get that portrait.
In this.
It's cute. It's like cute. And then
This is upsetting.
they hired Deneen, or they commissioned Deneen. And they were like, just do whatever you feel like. And then she's like, I know, I'm gonna put my dog's face in all these. The one thing we did learn about this after looking into this slightly is that
Deneen.
Magic the Gathering and the designers at Wizards of the Coast can change the type of the creature based on the artwork.
I had one artist tell me that. I don't think it always works like that.
You know what? The one artist that told us that's our only reference. So we're going with it. It's the fact. It's the truth.
I know they definitely don't on like the story creatures, right? Like some of those creatures are like,
oh yeah, like in Edge of Eternities, like
no, but like the elder dragons and stuff. Like obviously those are going to be dragons.
Well, what if it was also a cat?
No. But like I'm just saying, there's characters. There's some things that have to be certain things.
If it had a furry tail, it's a dragon with a furry tail.
I know that some of the creatures in Ikoria, and I know that some of the creatures in Edge of Eternities that were like aliens.
Yeah,
they had concepts for what it looked like, and then communicated it to the artist, and the artist kind of.
Oh, okay.
Creature type.
Like the Kavu don't look like traditional Kavu.
Yeah.
Like and there's
sometimes it
whales
goes one way.
space.
Sometimes they look at the card types.
Yeah.
But man, why are these dogs? I'm gonna talk to Deneen Wilkerson.
We're going. Yeah, we're
I'm
now
some on the ground reporting. I'm gonna look out I'm gonna try and get in touch with her.
We're now purchasing tickets to MagicCon to go to the Artist Alley to see if she shows up.
I'm not. She has 11 cards, and
she'll be there.
By God, how did she get more? I just want to say,
oh brother,
peace and love to Deneen Wilkerson. But like, you got your first cards in Foundations or in
Commander Legends or Commander, Commander
Modern Horizons
3 Commander.
Modern Horizons 3 Commander was your first one, and then you got into Tarkir Dragonstorm, and in Tarkir Dragonstorm you did 2 goofy ass dog head dudes.
There's 2 dogs in that one.
Yeah, that's I can't even think about it. Why would you come back with the same dog?
We lost the visual on Rampage. Oh
shit.
It's okay. Well, I don't know why you would come back and do the same dog twice. It really does not make sense.
It's concerning.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, we're at an hour.
We're gonna wrap it up here. Let us know your opinions on Defacing Duskmage, obviously, in the comments below or on the Discord server. If you'd like to support the show and you'd like to see me poke my head up like a gopher a couple times on screen, you can find us on YouTube, where you can like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more notifications. Join the other 636 subscribers. You can also support us on all podcasting platforms by leaving us a 5-star review to make us look super duper cool and help new people find the show. You can also support us on Patreon by becoming an official Pepperhead. For $3 a month, have your name turned Dr. Pepperhead on the Discord server, like Matt Goying, Definitely Jeremy, Mono Greg, UWP Court, Will Rule, Ryan G, and Adam. Or you can join the MoxStars fan club, like Person and have your name turned Squirt Green. Also, if you are part of the fan club or you're part of the Pepperhead community, reach out to me on the Discord server to receive your discount code to purchase your MoxStars tokens via our Etsy page. You get 25% off your entire order. Will Rule just put in a massive order for me to put together and ship out. So looking forward to you guys getting your hands on some of these sweet tokens. Like we said at the top of the show, we got the zombie now available. It's super duper sick. And we also have the food token, which is brand new. And we restocked our high in demand goblin token. So get out there, get as many as you like, or as many as I have in stock. And we'll see you next time on the MoxStars podcast. Peace and love. Bye.